brilliance. Andrew.
Thank you, Toastmasters, Chairman, Vice Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm about to share with you my icebreaker speech. My name is Andrew Tan, and for the past 29 years of my life, I have been living comfortably under the care of my grandmother. Ever since young, me and my two other cousins were always wreaking havoc in the living room, throwing stuff around, toys, chairs maybe, and my grandmother would often get mad. And in order for us to behave, what my grandmother would do is this. She would often stamp her foot and go to the kitchen, even though the kitchen is 5 steps away, and pull this brown long stick with a pink color hook at the end and start waving at the ceilings. Boy, the sound was threatening. And for a moment, the room went silent. And at the moment, instead of feeling scared, me and my two other cousins were hinting each other like that. Guess what? We were thinking about, oh, that's where she hides the cane. And the next time when she's not around, we would hide the cane in a secret location. Obviously, my grandmother is smart. So when she's not around, we went there, oh, it's not there anymore. Wow, that's some tough love indeed. Years later, as we grew up, things started changing. As you know how the world works and this society, we tend to get stressed with a lot of stuff, be it work, relationship, money, and many other stuff. And after all that, for myself, every day after work, I would feel very stressed and go back home, lie on the couch, and feeling very lazy. But what surprises us, without fail, every single day, is that when we look at the dining table, it's full of sumptuous meal prepared by my grandmother. And for the moment, all our stress and everything is gone. Oh, such a loving grandmother. And sometimes I wonder, for the past 29 years of my life, why are my uncles and auntie not doing anything to help her with the chores, even till now? I feel for my grandmother deeply, and this kind of love is what we call unrequited love. And I appreciate her very, very much. And I tell myself, when I grow older, I will earn lots of money to liberate her of all the chores. So that's my first story. My grandmother, the love of my life. I have two more stories I want to share with you. The second one is the emotional goosebumps. From the granny pampered, unambitious kid I was, I remember how it all started was when I had a breakup. Boy, I wouldn't want to elaborate so much on it, but the ending wasn't very nice. But as hard as I want to deny it, things started changing. My mindset changed. First, I want to say that I don't know whether any of you have heard this quote before, but maybe the guys can relate. Is breakup makes bodybuilders. Yes. So for the past 7 years of my life, I've been going to the gym in and out. Building these muscles. So later after that, I might go to the gym. Just here only. Correct. So fitness has been a lifestyle to me, and it's a huge mindset shift. And another mindset shift was about money. Who wouldn't want to earn lots of money, right? Do you? What about you? Great. Me too. As this society builds us up, we tend to want to earn a lot of money to compare with one another. Well, the next quote I'm going to say is rather irony, but we all know that money doesn't matter. What matters is love and happiness. But I live by this quote saying, if I can't help others, how can I help myself? Or the other way around. In order to do great things, we first must be great. Am I true? And that is why for the past 1 year, I started joining a lot of courses for self-improvement, a mindset shift. So I've literally left my job. I was an ex-Navy regular, and I come out to this world wanting to become an entrepreneur. So I learned a lot of courses, a lot of stuff with a lot of money, and that is why I joined Toastmasters, increase my improve my speech. And I would like to thank all of you for having me here in this community. And I will touch on the last story, the uncomfortable zone. Andrew, do not go out. You will suffer. Those are the words that my ex-colleague told me. And obviously it did got me. I was feeling very low. And sometimes when things doesn't go what I wanted, I'll feel even low. But luckily I'm very stubborn. Guess what? I'll go to this website called youtube.com and watch motivational speakers speech. And wow, I'm very motivated by all these speakers. Sometimes even to the extent my hair will stand. So I tell myself, I also want to become like them. I want to be like them also. So that's my story for the last story, my uncomfortable zone. And I would say that every one of us here are very special. My story is nothing special. What's special here is all of us here coming to this Toastmasters to try to speak. And we all want to be something greater than ourselves. Be it become a better speaker, and we all know that we want to be a larger part of ourselves. And before I end my speech, I'd like to say this. Life is never a smooth sailing sea. But so long as we don't give up on ourselves, we will be sure to see rainbows and the shore. And with that, I end my speech. Thank you.
Fantastic job.